Lane, I don't know how much you guys paid attention to it in like the locker room last year, but we talked about it all year long about how, no matter what you guys were doing early in the season and even at the midway point, Coach Sirianni was getting kind of shit on every network pretty much. Hey, this guy is one of the worst coaches in the NFL. He's just in a great situation. The Eagles win in spite of him, et cetera, et cetera. They always said, when it came to the playoffs, like he was going to be the reason that you guys ultimately lost. And then obviously you fast forward, you win the Super Bowl. What kind of vindication did you notice from him? Obviously we saw him post game and he was just elated. He was incredible, telling guys, hey, let's run it back and all that kind of stuff. But what was kind of that whole situation like throughout the season and then obviously as you win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, when he's got emotional on the sidelines or screaming at guys, the good thing about it is we go and talk about it at the next team meeting after a game. But, I think for him, he's evolved as a head coach. He's kind of learning as he goes. But, what I do enjoy about Coach is that everybody's held accountable, whether it goes to the film room, if it's a bad play by the player, if it's a bad call by the coach, their name or number is up there. And then just anything that, goes, kind of out to the public, we address as a team. So some of those hard conversations that are difficult to have, we have them and we put it behind us. And really, I think that's probably one of Coach's best traits is, he's a great communicator.
Feels like you all rally around him. On the offensive side, first time, long time, I think you guys chose 150 more rushing plays than you did passing plays on the entire season, I think was the number. It's like first time, long time that had been the case in the NFL, and especially a team that'll go on to win the Super Bowl. But you paid wide receivers. So whenever you talk about becoming a run-first, run-dominant team with Saquon, who's outrageous, I can't wait to ask you about him. But also you've paid wide receivers. There's a natural potential very big situation that could occur because the wide receivers understand that for the team this is what's good, but my job is to catch balls, and that's my legacy, and that's how much money I'm going to get paid, and that's how I'm remembered. And then whenever you guys win, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith were the ones that dumped the Gatorade on Sirianni. It's like he had to manage that, I would assume, just in of itself, let alone everything else. Let's talk about the run game. So Saquon is just outrageous?
Yeah.
Like you guys
it's just...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, what you were talking about, there's just a lot of avenues. We have so many star players, and, if we wanted to throw the ball 60 times a game, our receivers could have 2,000 yards. But we have a running back, that can get that on the ground. So I just think, what Saquon was able to bring to our offense made everything so much easier. When you have a running back that can do that, it sets up play action. And when they want to stop the run, you're going to have to play one-on-one with AJ and Devontae outside. So, first thing I noticed about Saquon is just he's a super good dude. So he made friends really quickly. He's I don't think he misses a day on the golf course. So if he's not in the facility, he's golfing with somebody. That's his other passion. But yeah, I mean, it took me about 3 minutes in the Green Bay game to go, this is going to be a pretty fun year. It was it was something, never thought he'd be on my team. He is now, so let's make the most of it. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it might have taken you 3 minutes. I think it might have taken him about 10 seconds to realize, this is going to be great over here, as opposed to what I got going on with your offensive line. I think if it was just yards before contact that he rushed for this year, he would have been like a top 10 rusher in the NFL as well. He was not touched for a long time with your guys' help in scheme and everything. And with his speed, he was able to just break everything. The amount of home run touchdowns that he had this year, historic, record-breaking. He was explosive on the ground. A team hasn't been like that, I don't know, maybe ever. I mean, maybe Y2J when Tennessee Titans had, but it was
Chris Johnson. Yeah. I think what made our old line different was, man, I'm a pretty big dude, and I was the second smallest. So it goes from Cam, me, and then it was, Mekhi, Landon, and Jordan Mailata. I guess, whoever was eating the most that week weighed the most, but they're all 360, 70, 80 plus. So it's just, you don't have those kind of guys that come around that often. So, we just try to stay out of the way and don't get hurt.
Yeah, stay out of the way, don't get hurt, and move bodies in record-breaking fashion. On that note, Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Lane, another guy that doesn't come around too often is a coach like Jeff Stoutland. Can you talk about him a little bit? Because, it feels like he is kind of turning into a legend. Everything, Jason Kelsey mentioned when he retired with Jeff and everything he's done for his career. And then, of course, you mentioned Mekhi. Mekhi Becton kind of ended up with the Eagles, and then Stoutland turns him into an all-pro right guard playing right next to you. Can you just talk about Stoutland, what he kind of means to the team, that O-line in general, and also please keep growing that beard out because it looks unbelievable right now.
Yeah, very stout. As that beard looks very stout, like Stoutland.
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to find barbers back here. Usually when I'm back up in Philly, I'll slide in the team's barber and just get a cheaper one. So
don't do it.
Smart.
Yeah, Coach Stout, man, it's we've been very fortunate to have him. He came in the same year as I did in 2013 from Alabama, but he kind of has the intensity of Al Pacino any given Sunday locker room speech. He kind of has that vibe, but I think what makes him so great is that he realizes that people learn differently. So some people, guys on the team, really respond to walkthroughs as much as sitting in the classroom. But he finds a way to keep it fun, engaging, and I think what makes him so good as well is any guy that's had to come in a backup. We've had many play in past Super Bowls, but every guy that's stepped up is treated like a starter, and it doesn't matter where he is on the depth chart. Every guy is treated the same, and yeah, man, we have a lot of fun. Whenever we're in the room, and we work whenever we're out there on the field. So, but he is a character. If you ever get a chance, I think Hard Knocks might be coming in this season. So, I hope that they can hide that camera in there. I think that it will make some really good content.
Okay, so we got some Stoutland magic coming through Hard Knocks, and obviously your guys' offensive line and him obviously being spotlighted in a big way. And in such a big way that awards even get talked about. Tone Diggs has a question for you, Lane.
Yeah, Lane, obviously you won the Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, All-Pro, but I'm not sure if you know this or not. You won one of the most prestigious awards in sports. AQ Shipley named you the best tackle of the year for the Trenchies last year.
Congratulations.
Hell yeah, Lane.
This was months ago. You
Appreciate
won
it.
this.
Hey, I want to get that trophy. Put it in the locker and put it somewhere. Put it in the gym.
Okay, we have it, actually.
Yep.
We're waiting for the address to send it to. That is AQ
I got
Shipley at 390 pounds as a fullback, a leader of a wedge on the kickoff return, and a center and guard for the Arizona Cardinals. He actually would roll on his gut at the snap of the ball, and he was doing that tush push before everybody else. He was gnawing on ankles. So it's a real award, and we were waiting for an address. You won it for best tackle.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
you
Tom.
did. So congratulations on that. Just want to let you know.
Well earned. It was a hard fought. Hey, there's a lot of names out
But
there.
the NFL
You already know Dion was pissed. Dion Dawkins was not happy about it. There were some others, obviously.
the NFL stole that idea, and now there's the actual Protector of the Year award. How do you feel about that?
Well, it's taken them long enough to get something in the mix. Thankful for Dion for stepping up, but we have guys like Witt and Kels, of course, making statements and for the O-line community. So yeah, man, I think it's pretty cool, and man, I'm glad that it's finally a thing now. So shout out to Dion for getting it all started.
It's it is literally the clear indicator on who's going to win the game.
Oh yeah.
Like, if you have a bad offensive line, you're going to lose the game.
Yep.
Like that, you might win a couple games. I'm just talking, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
You are going to win the game with your offensive line. You guys proved that. I assume many other teams in the past have, but I think it was more talked about this year than ever. It matters. You guys matter. And it's a talent, brother. Not everybody can do it, obviously.
Yeah, and you know how it is when it comes to practice. You usually have the O-line, D-line doing their own thing, 7-on-7 specialists. So y'all kind of get in the mix a little bit. But yeah, it's really two different games out there. But I'm glad they're getting an award out now.